We're back on set. We took a couple days off. I'm gonna suggest you take off at least 24 hours and let the concrete harden off. The next step for us to do is to start to dig. We're gonna take all the soil on the inside of our concrete bond beam and we're gonna spread it through the landscape on this project. We're gonna use it around the back of the waterfall and we're gonna create a berm shot in the back of the landscape. It'll be an area where we'll do a lot of planting to help accent the backside of the waterfall. Now on this particular project, we weren't able to get in a piece of machinery to dig this pond, so I brought in a crew and we're gonna dig it out by hand. Let's get started. So we've got the dirt down far enough so we can start stripping off these forms for our concrete bond beam. We're gonna jump into that. Once I have the bond beam exposed, I'll take a couple extra minutes and I'll explain to you the real benefits of why we have this in place. Hold on. We still have quite a bit of digging to do, but the bond beam is exposed, so I want to take a second to tell you just how important this piece is for our project. Now, I don't know what soil conditions you're working in, but I can tell you that if you're, say, in a beach community or in Palm Springs, maybe somewhere in Florida on the coast, if you have really sandy soil conditions, you wouldn't be able to get yourself a nice 90-degree angle like this and place a nice character stone on here without worrying about this edge, this corner collapsing. So when we go to put the liner in here, I'll be able to run a straight 90-degree angle down and I can set large character stones over and I can cantilever over the edge just a little bit and it helps hide the liner really easy. Now if you didn't have the bond beam, you would be able to dig this bench, but you would start to pitch your excavation in a fashion like this. And that's gonna make your wrinkles be very exposed. So when you're walking around the edges of the ponds, they're really gonna jump out at you. So as we get farther along in the project and we start to set the coping stones on here, you'll really see how important this is and how easy it is for us to hide the wrinkles in the liner.
Rosie, yeah. What about that one? Here. Oh, no. Yeah, they raised another 20 bucks an ounce.
We're just about wrapped up with excavation, but before we move on, I want to give you a quick orientation. When we started the project, we were going to set the bond beam down at 12 inches below water level. We settled at 9 inches below water level because of the coping stone that we're going to be using. So water level's up here, coming out. The bond beam allowed me to take a vertical descent down another 3.5 feet straight down. And if I didn't have the bond beam to help support the excavation and the coping stone, I would have had to create some terracing below water level to help support everything. So now I can lay the liner on top of this. The liner goes straight down. It's going to help us hide the wrinkles in the liner a whole lot easier now that we have the vertical descent. So I've gone down another 3.5 feet below this bond beam, and the pond floor, we're going to have the bottom drain in the middle of it. I don't want the pond's floor to be perfectly level across there. We're going to exaggerate and tilt like a cone shape. Have the bottom drain down at the bottom like this. And we've gone down about another foot down in the very center of the pond. And we're exaggerating the dig so everything works like gravity below water level. Everything that lands here will go straight down into the bottom drain. So it's time for me to do some final cleanup and clean up the walls and get ready for the next step.